Light rail is critical in this county. 6 out of 10 citizens in this county commute north out of this county each and every day. Let's talk about the economy. We absolutely need to expand this economy. We need to raise the minimum wage. The majority of minimum wage earners in this state and in this nation are women. Women who have children. It is unacceptable. And then the second largest group is our youth. I've done everything that I can to get the Maryland General Assembly to pass an increase in minimum wage. Larger context, saving the middle class. We continue to export jobs abroad instead of giving citizens in Maryland, in this nation, jobs. It is a fundamental mistake. With regard to my biography and my personal education and experience, it's all on my website, jimeaster.com. You will see me out there in my truck with the billboard sign in the bed, waving along the highways. I ask you for your vote. Call me, I'll call you back. Let's get unity going in this county and make some real progress. I ask for your vote. Jim Easter for Commissioner. Thank you.
Next up, Commissioner Candidate District 3, Amanda Stewart.
Good afternoon, everyone. First, thank you to the Central Committee for hosting today's forum. And thank you for coming out today. I look around, I see supporters, I see family members, I see friends, and it's an exciting time in Charles County. 8 months ago, I started on this journey. I decided with my help, my family, and close friends to run for county commissioner. So I will tell you today why I'm running, and I will point out a few of my points that I would like to share with you my vision as a commissioner. But first, I want to tell you how I got here today. Over 20-some years ago, and I'm afraid to say almost close to 30 years, I had great teachers. And that's one reason why I'm standing here today. And as I look out on the crowd, I see one of my teachers here today taught me physics at Thomas Stone, Mr. Pitt. And so I'm thankful for the teachers, and again, that's why I'm here today. I graduated from Stone, I went to college, I came back home, I got married, and we're raising our children here. Now, one of the reasons why I'm running for county commissioner, and number one, is to ensure that our children have the best education by making the financial investment into our teachers, support staff, and administrators. If you've been to my website, electamandastewart.com, you have seen, and I'm so honored to share with you today, that I was endorsed by EACC, the Education Association for Charles County. I'm honored by that endorsement. I do understand that with that endorsement comes responsibility. And again, since I pledged my commitment to the county back in August of last year, I have not wavered. The second thing that I want to make sure that as a commissioner that we focus on is branding Charles County. A lot of people know that this outside of Charles County, they know that we have strip malls and we have restaurants. But I firmly believe that as a county, we can be known for more than that. It is not just up to one person, so I understand it's not just what one person wants. But one thing I want to see Charles County do is do a better job of the tourism. Let's make sure that we have a place where people want to come on the weekend and play. Number one, I will always be open to communication. Number two, at any event that I have, town halls or whatever meeting, I always will welcome video recordings. I will promise you that I will always have a professional dialogue, and I also promise you, and I pledge to you today, that I will serve for all residents in Charles County, not just for a select few. So I ask for your vote. You already know the date is June 24th, and so I have not already earned your support. Please reach out to me and just ask me questions, and we can meet and talk. Again, electamandastewart.com. Thank you.
Commissioner candidate for District 3, Robert Taylor.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and I want to thank the DC. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Robert Taylor, and I am running for Charles County Commissioner representing District 3. I want to also thank the DCC for hosting this event. Now, most of you in attendance here are pretty astute politically, and you've seen my website or you've read about me in the newspaper, so I'm not going to bore you with my platform that you already know. Instead, I just want to tell you a little bit about my background and why I'm actually here. I became an activist in Charles County, Maryland, nearly 8 years ago in the summer of 2005. At that time, I experienced something I had never seen before, and if elected, I hope I never see it again. I saw a yellow school bus in the middle of the road in front of a dilapidated old trailer. 2 little children exited that school bus and walked across the street toward me because I was standing in their front yard, and that old dilapidated trailer was actually their home. They said hi, went inside, did whatever children do after a long ride from school, but, folks, the trailer did not have running water. In the bathroom of that trailer was a 5-gallon bucket, which the whole family used as their toilet. A 5-gallon bucket. Can you imagine that? Now, I'm not going to describe the procedures of managing that bucket today, but hundreds of families in Charles County, Maryland, still with little children, live in these type of conditions as I speak. My friends, we have got to practice a more inspired version of loving each other in this county. And this story is the first of many reasons that I'm running for Charles County Commissioner. So, let me just breeze by here. I acquired skills over the decades of involvement in the private sector, in the government marketplace, and other highly regulated theaters of commerce. Lots of people know the name Robert J. Taylor since way back in 2005. I have testified and contributed testimony to 3 different boards of Charles County Commissioners. Many people know my name here from reading the Maryland Independent newspaper, where my op-eds have been published 6 or 7 times on topics ranging from trash collection and dangerous roadways to small business concerns, charities, and of course, extremely poor people's issues. Many of you might know that I led a march on the Charles County building, the first since the NAACP March in 1963, I might say, and 100 or so demonstrators that we had there were protesting the lack of affordable housing and decent jobs in the county. So, you see, I'm not a Johnny-come-lately participant in Charles County politics and social issues, and I've been doing this stuff for a minute. I've been passionate and concerned about Charles County for quite a while. Ladies and gentlemen, on June 24th, you'll have an important decision to make. You will have to vote for one of 5 candidates who have never run for or never been elected into public office in Charles County. In about 11 weeks, you must decide who you believe to be the most qualified among those candidates, and to fill at the seat of my good friend Ruben Collins here. Therefore, your decision has to be made, and your vote may be cast with 3 important questions. What have you been doing for county residents before you decided to run for office? How many years or months or weeks have you been intimately involved in county government and affairs, and are you personally familiar with key county employees who will help you to make the important decisions that you may have to? My answer would be a whole lot of good things for almost 8 years, and I've interacted with many dozens of key county employees. If you want a commissioner, ladies and gentlemen, that will have the shortest learning curve and can jump right into action right away, then I offer that I'm the best candidate for that purpose, and I would certainly appreciate your vote. Thank you.
District 3. And next up, we have District 3 Commissioner candidate Camilla Way.
Good afternoon, Charles County.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Charles County.
Good afternoon.
My name is Camilla Way, and I stand before you ready, willing, and able to represent you on the Charles County Board of Commissioners. This is my dream. This is my season to be all of what I was created to be: a mother, a friend, a woman of faith, an advocate, a social worker, a leader. Your next commissioner, District 3. I am running to refocus the Charles County Board of Commissioners on things that are important to the everyday lives of our citizens. We need to refocus on, one, our youth. By establishing a more youth development centers, a countywide mentoring consortium, we must teach our youth that manners can get you in places that intelligence can't. Again, manners can get you in places that intelligence can't. We must encourage our boys and young men to pull up their pants and tighten their belts. I'm simply tired and looking at underwear. So join me in the campaign, Belts for Boys. Belts for Boys. We have to prepare future leaders to dress for success. Again, dress for success. Our public safety system. We must maintain low crime and safe neighborhoods for our families. Idle time equals high crime. Again, idle time equals what? High crime. Thank you. Our seniors. They are the fastest growing population. We must cherish our elders and provide sufficient support services. As a social worker, we're always thinking of how we can go from good to great. Building partnerships and building capacity. My platform is simple. It's called the 4E Plan. What is it called? The 4E Plan. Education, economy, and environment opens doors for everyone. The first E is for education. We must obtain and retain qualified teachers, rehabilitate older schools, and secure grant funding to increase educational opportunities for our children. Above all, we must think outside of the box. For example, collaborating with the Farm Bureau to have science class on the farm, to witness a chicken laying an egg or a cow giving birth.
I like that.
The Department of Interior offered a grant up to $500,000 called the Farm Worker Institute of Education and Leadership for this very purpose. The second E is for economy. We must diversify and increase our commercial tax base, invest in our own local economy, create better paying jobs, and hire our own. A sufficient transportation infrastructure is important to building a sustainable and thriving economy. We need to expand our growth and reduce our commute time. Currently, the U.S. Department of Transportation is offering a grant up to $35 million to improve connections in both rural and urban communities. The third E is for environment. We must grow our county while respecting our environment. I support controlled, balanced growth, such as walkable communities. I support our county's green initiatives, such as recycling and renewable energy efforts. For example, solar farms and wind turbines. The last E is for everyone. I represent everyone. Meet the future of Charles County, Camilla Way. I have a strong background in social work and public administration. I've worked for 3 elected officials, which required that I
Don't Ask. My favorite book is Women Don't Ask. I am asking for your vote in support on June 24th. So vote the right way. Vote for Camilla Way.
There you go. We're all doing great. Candidates and audience, we're moving into District 4. Thank you for your attentiveness. District 4, Commissioner Candidate Vinnie Ippolito.
Good afternoon. I don't know what Russ will say, but I am not the incumbent in District 4. Apparently, he was unavailable to be here this evening. Everybody has thanked the Central Committee, has thanked you all for showing up. I want to thank the candidates for showing up, because we have to give up time from our families, from our work, from our recreation, to come out here to make the decision that we're going to serve the public, and serve we will. In the back, we all have literature on the tables. I have a bumper sticker. At the bottom of my bumper sticker it says, "The world is run by those who show up." So it's very true. If you don't show up for the job, or you don't show up for the action, you're not going to be part of the solution. I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. I know a lot of people in the room here. Some of you I don't know. I am a pharmacist. I'm a 30-year resident of Charles County. I've spent most of my life here since I'm only, 40-something years old, right? Sometimes I don't count that well. For a pharmacist, that's not good when you have to be counting tablets all the time. But in any case, right, I am the owner of Northgate Pharmacy, which is right here in Waldorf. I'm also the co-owner of Indian Head Pharmacy. I am a self-employed businessman. I've never been on the public dollar before. I've always worked and believed in the old-fashioned ethic, earn your money. And believe me, in the economy of the last several years, you've earned your money. I've managed a business for one of the worst economic times in our country's history. Basically, there's a few things that I want to tell you that I do stand for. Each and every one of us in this room should be really happy today. Do you know why we should be happy? Because what we've witnessed over the last 2 years with the comp plan of 2012, we've had committees, we've had commissioners, we've had all sorts of testimonies, experts, everything else. And apparently, at the end of that all, things didn't turn out as we all thought they would. But then something truly amazing happened. And do you know what happened? What happened was the people, the citizens of Charles County spoke up. And that is the most important thing in government. As representatives, each and every one of us who you choose to put into office, it is important that we don't go into office with agendas, but we go into the office with the ideal that we're going to serve you. As a commissioner, I'm not doing it for money. I'm not going to drive around in an SUV. I got 2 vehicles of my own I can drive around in. But my purpose is I want to serve. And the basic principle of service is representative government. Next thing is, we've heard a lot of talk about, fiscal responsibility and all. Hey, we got problems, people. Every one of us here balances a budget at home. Some of us manage a business, we balance budgets. Revenues are down, bills are up. It's the story of life. So there's going to have to be cuts, there's going to have to be compromises made. The number one most important thing when it comes to making cuts and compromises is dialogue. Every relationship each and every one of us have is based on communication. And if it fails, it's probably failing because of communication. So, that is a big factor. We've talked about bringing jobs to counties. I'm really excited. We're getting a new restaurant over there on 228, Silver Dollar. We also have a new business coming over on Route 5 here, Dollar General. But the sad part is, these are not the kinds of jobs that we want to attract to Charles County. These are retail jobs which typically, no matter who works them, are low-paying jobs. We have a gas turbine coming on Billingsley Road. That is the kind of businesses we want to attract. We need more businesses like that are going to bring quality jobs, that come with benefits, and are not going to leave our employees subject to going to social programs and medical assistance to get aid because they can't afford to manage or pay their own bills. The last principle I'd like to make, and I knew I was in trouble from the time I got up to speed, because they always put a pretty young lady distracted right up front. Okay? But you know what? That pretty young lady and the young people here, and there's some in the back, they are the reason we are here. I'm a proud father of a 2009 graduate of McDonough High School. She's also a graduate of college, and she was raised right here in Charles County. Charles County education made her what she was, and these people are our future, and we have to stand for them. I want to sum up real quick. I'm Vinny Polito. I'm running for District 4 Commissioner, and with your help, I will be the next District 4 Commissioner. Thank you.
For District 4, we have Mr. Emmanuel Ogunbison.
Thank you so much. First of all, I want to thank Mike. I want to thank the Democratic Central Committee for putting together a fantastic event like this, because then not only do we get to tell you what we have planned for you, but then you get to see who your candidates are for commissioners. I also want to thank the commissioners for coming. But above all, I want to thank you guys for taking a minute of your time to come and listen to us. And I also want to thank my wife, who's at the back over there, for accepting to go on this journey. I really appreciate it. Thanks a lot. I'm here for a reason. I'm here for a purpose. I'm a veteran of the United States Navy. Spent 8 years fighting war in Afghanistan and Iraq. But that is not what I'm here. I don't want to political. I want you to listen to what I have to say. I know my accent is a little off, but trust me, it's one of my bucket lists that before I die, I'll end up speaking like an American, like a true American. Thank you so much for paying attention. Now, before I go any further, I want to tell you some things you probably haven't heard from all the rest of the commissioners that have spoken. One, they haven't told you, well, maybe except for one person, they haven't told you that Charles County have the highest trailer classrooms per capita in the state of Maryland. They haven't told you that Charles County have the longest commute in the state of Maryland. They haven't told you that Charles County have the highest county taxes in the state of Maryland. And they haven't told you that Charles County is running a budget deficit for next year, running close to $12 million. So now what am I going to do to tackle some of these problems? Many of these problems have been created because of self-interest, because people pursue projects and programs in exchange for support, for votes, for self-aggrandizing purposes, to go play hockey or go do whatever they want to do. So one of the first things I will do as a Charles County Commissioner, if I'm given the opportunity to serve, I will abolish financial induced lobbying. It's about time. When I was serving in the military, when I was in the Middle East, no matter how many bullets I take, no matter how good a job I do, I can get a cup of water, I say thank you, because I chose to serve. And I accept that fate. Our county commissioners chose to run for office, chose to serve. There is no reason why they should be paid for. Secondly, what I'm going to do is I'm going to freeze taxes for 2 years. When I freeze taxes for 2 years, I'm pretty sure you're asking, how are you going to raise funds for some of the things we have to do? First thing, one thing I'm going to do, I plan on doing to help in our education is create what they call, work with our tri-counties, Calvert County, St. Mary's County, and Charles County, to create what they call Southern Maryland Educational Raffle Board. This Educational Raffle Board is going to work like, what do you call it, just like Mega Million and Powerball. Rather than increase taxes on you, if we increase taxes on you, you pay the taxes, yet we still not getting the job done. Why don't I give you the opportunity to make churches do have raffles. I'm just coming from churches. I'm just coming from my church. Churches do have raffles. There is no reason why somebody cannot buy a $2, $1 ticket to support the education in Charles County. At the same time, having the opportunity to get something in return. 2, I'm going to create what they call Charles County Gas and Oil Reserve. I have a lot of plans, but time will not permit me. But the Gas and Oil Reserve is going to work just like, what do you call it? It's just going to work like Safeway program. We will buy for low and we'll sell for high. But our citizens will get to buy gas or what's it called, gasoline for a cheaper price. For instance, if we buy gas for $3.10 and stop, when it becomes high as it is today, when it's going for $3.55, we will ensure that every Charles County, residents do not pay the market price when we release it to marketers. What we do is we will attach it to our water bill. You put your water bill in, then you buy the gas for $3.25. You buy it for cheap, but at the same time, we're still making money to generate revenue for our county. I know everybody has spoken, but nobody has really told you how they're going to generate revenue for all the programs they've outlined. I have a lot of plans, and the time won't permit me to speak further on it, but you can visit me on www.emmanuelodumbeson.com. Thank you.
Before we officially thank the candidates, I just want to go over a few quick announcements. First, the Democratic Central Committee is planning to have its annual fundraiser, the TK Dinner, Freeman Kennedy Dinner, on Friday, May 9th at Milton Hall. And if you'd like to get your tickets here, you can do so. Our treasurer is here, and we'd be happy to make that. The event's going to sell out, so if you haven't already gotten your ticket, you may consider getting it very quickly. We also have sponsorship opportunities, commissioner candidates. So if you haven't taken advantage of that, this is a great opportunity to do so. We have a 50-50 raffle going on. Please, Karen, raise your hand, Karen. So if you'd like to take part in that, we can do that here as well. There is material the candidates mentioned. There's a table in the back where all of the candidates have material. So if you want more information from any of the commissioners,